Hi, this is Gargi Rawat from NDTV, and I want to talk about the pollution crisis in the national capital. And today, the Supreme Court has come out very, very strongly on this issue, as the hearing has been taking place about the parali burning or the crop burning in Punjab and Haryana, and the effect it has, the detrimental effect it has on the national capital, converting it into a gas chamber. As every year we have seen in the months of October and November is when the air pollution season begins here, and the air quality just dips, and it becomes this grey cloud descends over Delhi. And yet again this year we have seen the same thing happening, even though it's been a huge issue year after year for the last 8-10 years. I'd like to say that this has been a big headline every time the winter months set in, the temperatures dip, and Delhi, because of the way it is placed geographically, all the dust and the fumes, etc., seem to just hover just a little above the ground. And then you have this compounding the problem is the smoke that is blowing in from the states like Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh, where the parali burning is taking place. That is the burning of the stubble in the farms, because the farmers have just finished one season and they need to turn the fields around, so they quickly just burn the stubble so that they can cultivate the next batch of crops. Now, this is an issue that has been talked about at length, but today the Supreme Court, when hearing a petition over this issue of crop burning, has said that this is the murder of people's health. They stressed that choking air quality is responsible for the murder of people's health. The court said that the burning of crop residue in Punjab and Haryana is a key factor in the massive spike in Delhi's air pollution every winter. And they say we want this stopped. And what can we do? They have now asked for a meeting to be held between with the governments of Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Uttar Pradesh, and find a solution to this annual crisis that we find the national capital in. They're going to have the hearing again on Friday. Now, earlier on, the Aam Aadmi Party, of course, used to blame Punjab and Haryana for the air pollution, especially Punjab, which was at that time ruled by the Congress. But now, since last year, they've found themselves in a bit of a tricky situation, because there's an Aam Aadmi Party government in Punjab, and they're not able to resolve this crisis because it boils down to the farmers, and they don't want to alienate the farmers. If you take action against farmers that are indulging in stubble burning, that leads to a huge hue and cry, and it does cost them the farmers' support and the vote, which is something no political party can afford, which is why again it boils down to the Supreme Court hearing these issues and making these very, very strong statements. In the past, we've heard of these machines being brought in that will pull out the stubble in the farms and help the farmers in dealing with this, rather than just setting fire to the remnants of their previous crop in the field. But this still costs the farmer a certain amount, because they still have to pay for diesel for those machines. Also, those machines aren't as freely available as they should be, and the farmer is not going to be spending even 1 rupee when he has the option of simply burning that stubble. So we do need to put our heads together and find another solution. We need the private, the companies to come in, startups to come in and just really put their mind to this issue of how to solve this problem of stubble burning that happens every year. And as the winter months set in, we see this huge pollution crisis in Delhi, with Delhi converting into this gas chamber. Now, the Delhi government has already announced, we've had various restrictions come into play in Delhi, given the AQI has hovered around 400, and in some places it's even worse than that, which is the air quality index, which according to WHO should not be even above 50. And we are breathing in air which is, the AQI is above 400. So it's had a huge detrimental effect on people's health, not just the elderly, not just the children, but also people who usually are very healthy. Even they are experiencing allergies, coughs, and burning sensation in their eyes. So this is a huge problem affecting public health. It's a public health crisis. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party, Environment Minister Gopal Rai has announced that the odd-even vehicle scheme will come into effect the day after Diwali. So it will come into effect on Monday. This is something that the opposition, the BJP, has hit out over, saying anyway they call the OddEven scheme a gimmick by the Aam Aadmi Party. They claim it has no effect, but they say that even so, why are you bringing it into effect after Diwali, given that the air pollution crisis is right now. Diesel cars are not allowed in the national capital, and truck movement has been stopped. Construction activity has been stopped, as dust is a huge contributing factor to this grey smog that we're seeing envelop the national capital. So the Supreme Court coming out with this very, very strong statement saying that it's the murder of people's health. They've asked the state governments to all sit together and try and find a way out of this. Remember, this is an issue that NDTV has been campaigning over year after year after year. It's an issue that we've been raising. And unfortunately, however, when the time comes for election, people's health is not one of the main planks that any party fights over, or any party, resolves to solve this problem that faces the national capital of the country. So the Supreme Court is going to be hearing this case again on Friday. We'll have to wait and see what happens then, and whether these governments of these various states can go beyond their political briefs, or their this sort of back and forth that we see, and just put their heads together rather and try to resolve this crisis, rather than scoring political brownie points by criticizing one another. So we'll have to wait now till Friday. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.